Hi guys, this is me. This is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas at 2:18 p.m. on July the 21st, 2017, and it's 102 degrees outside. And also, it's mail call. Fall in, guys. Fall in for mail call. Fall in, fall in, fall in now. Get off your butts and on your feet. It's mail call. Don't have a lot. Just a wee bit. But let me show it to you. I got it today. It came in this Amazon Prime box. I'll show it to you in a minute. It says it's from Big Lake Trail, North Las Vegas, and it's addressed to me, Rusty. But there's no card, no nothing. I've checked. And I'll look again just to be sure. But first, let me point out something. As you may recall, we started off with a bucket of honor called the Corona Light bucket. And it was promoted to the bucket of honor for a while until it got full. Okay? And when this bucket got full, this was mine, and someone was nice enough to send this bucket number 2 bucket of honor, Bud Light Lime. Okay? And it's, we've probably got another, well, the way the mail's coming in now, another 5 years. Okay? But if we had, well, we got enough for quite a while, actually, probably a couple of months, but we'll see. But somebody went out to some trouble and went to some effort, and this is the packing material that's thick in the box. I've often wondered if you could use that for something else, because see, these things right here, they're pretty sturdy, you know what I mean? I mean, you could put that in a plastic bag or something and use it for a floaty or something. Anyway, but let me show you inside of that large box without further ado. And there's no card at all, none, none, not none. But you'll like this. It is another bucket of honor, and this bucket of honor is a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer bucket, red, white, and blue, as you can see, but again, there was no note in it. Okay, anyway, it's Pabst Blue Ribbon metal bucket, beer ice bucket, but it will soon be promoted to the bucket of honor. Now, for you old Vietnam veterans, you remember probably drinking a lot of PBRs, Pabst Blue Ribbons beer, had a lot of that. And also PBR back then stood for Patrol Boat River. Okay, that was the old river patrol boats that went up and down the Mekong Delta looking for old Charlie and never could find him, and when they did, it was bad poo-poo for everybody. But anyway, having said that, PBRs, guy, we're back on the PBRs, so to speak. But thank you, whoever sent this bucket of honor. And I can't put the bucket of honor in a bucket of honor. You see what I mean? And there's no card or note or anything. But we are prepared for being inundated or overrun with cards and letters, which ain't happening. And because I'm not having any more birthdays for a while, and Christmas ain't here, and there's no special events. So the bucket of honor will, no wonder, I got an idea. You know, if you were a soldier, see, this would be, okay, Kapitan, jak si máš, dobry, spreken ze. It does make a nice little hat. Somebody bang on it with a damn stick. Anyway, having said that, thank you very much for the bucket of honor, the Pabst Blue Ribbon beer bucket. and it says made in China. That just shits. Oh, you just can't find anything made in the U.S. I bet all of them are made in China. Yep, made in China. This one doesn't say. This one is so proud it doesn't. The only one that doesn't say is Corona. I guess it was probably made in Mexico. But it doesn't matter, folks, because all you can do is all you can do. And let me put that in the box. And what else is going on? That's it. That's the end of the mail call for those of you that are waiting anxiously for another hermetically sealed envelope to be opened. There are none, and there's no cards, nothing, zilch. I got that one box, but you know, it amazes me. When I was in the post office today, I mentioned the fact that the U.S. Post Office is actually a privately owned operation. It is supported by the federal government, but check it out. It's actually privately owned, I believe. I did a Google search on it years ago, and I believe that was the result of that search, is that it is not actually a U.S. government operation totally. It's privately operated somehow, or privately owned, or privately held, or whatever you want to call it. And that was interesting. But while I was in the post office, what I noticed was the number of people that were receiving packages from Amazon. There were 6 people in front of me, and 3 of them actually had, well, one guy had a box exactly the same size as mine from Amazon, and a lady got a envelope looking thing from Amazon. So, you know, and that's in the little town of Kingsland, Texas. So you got to know that Amazon is making a poo-poo load of dollars, and they are moving Sears, Macy's, Penny's, Dillard's, and all of those other brick and mortar stores right out. The only one that's giving them any competition at all right now that I'm aware of is Walmart and their Walmart.com, which, you know, because they have the brick and mortar stores, they will give you free shipping to a store near you, and that's a big plus for them, because that's where, now with Amazon, for $99 a year, you get free shipping. But if you're not going to buy a whole lot of stuff that needs to be shipped, $100 is $100, okay? But if you're going to be buying a lot of stuff, you got a family and, you know, several people or whatever, or that's going to be your only outlet for retail products, then yeah, you probably should take a hard look at spending $100, because along with that Amazon Prime, you get their video service, and you get some free stuff on the Kindle books and stuff. So you get, yeah, there's quite a few pluses to that. And but I don't do it yet. I don't know. But having said that, what's going on besides heat in Texas? Not much. You know, I'm looking at my options. You know, what would I like to do now? What else can I do, or what could I do now in the way of kind of an adventure? And the answer keeps coming up, I don't know. You know, I mean, I'm not really wanting to go traveling and hitting heat and cold, or cool, heat and cool, hot and cool, hot and cool. So I'll probably wait till after September to do any more traveling. And where will I go? I think what I might do is wait till even October to do anything, and just do some stuff around in Texas. You know, because by the middle or toward the end of October, it's pretty much cool enough to go camping anywhere in Texas, including South Texas. And are there any things to see and do down there? Well, there's a lot for me, because I like Mexican food. I can go to Del Rio, and there's a place, family-owned place, I go eat. I don't eat that much, but I do eat some. And oh, by the way, whoever sent me that, I can't remember the name, I apologize for that. But you that sent me the gift card to Pizza Hut, it's spent. I got me a large pizza with everything today, but a large pizza from Pizza Hut's not really that big, okay? It's not, but it's okay. And I got the thin and crispy with all the stuff, you know, the everything pizza they have, and I like it crispy. I like it real crispy, and I'll have 1 or 2 pieces. I think there's 8 slices in the box, and I'll make probably 4 meals out of that. So, you know, that's good. And what I do is I'll eat 2 tonight, and then I'll freeze the other 6 slices. And as, you know, after a week or two, whenever I get the munchies for a pizza again, well, I'll just throw those, that's a new word, thaw is a Lithuanian for thaw. And, but I'm going to thaw them out. I'll thaw them out. Well, actually what I do, I just put them in the oven, let them thaw, and then I heat them. That's it. And I like to heat them in the oven because it makes them real crispy on the bottom, and that's the way I like them. And I like the thin crust because I don't like a lot of bread, too much bread on those other things. But having said all that, guys, what is going on in your world? I hope everything is going great. I do. Oh, and this is my Too Big shirt that I got at Walmart for $3. I got 2 of them. I got one that's orange, and these are safety shirts. They got they're real bright colored, and I wear this one or the orange one occasionally if I'm going to be walking for long distance on these little county roads in the area where I live, because every now and then I do that. And sometimes I'll go out of my neighborhood and down by the river and stuff. But if I'm going to do that, I'll put on one of these shirts, because I damn sure want people to see me, even though there's very little traffic. I just don't want that lady with those real dark glasses that go down the side to miss me, or not miss me in the sense of, not see me in time, so to speak. But having said that, guys, be safe. Thumbs up. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye from Central Texas, USA. Buy USA made when you can. Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day will not hurt you. It won't. You may pee a lot. Pee like a racehorse or a 2 or 3 peckered possum, but you'll feel a hell of a lot better. You can actually reduce the chance of getting gout and kidney stones by drinking plenty of fluid, particularly water. Now, other fluids may cause you to get them, depending on what it is. So, and then take deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Deep, hold it for 1,001 count, and then breathe out. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress lowers your blood pressure, which is good for your heart, or it's just good for you. And stretch, walk. Even if you're in home, like right now it's 102, I'm not going to go walking right now. But what I will do 5 or 6 times a day is I'll stand up and stretch, and I'll just walk back and forth here as far as I can for a few minutes, just to get the blood flowing. Because sitting in the same position for extended periods of time is just not good for you. Okay, so do the simple things that are free, and then you won't have to take medications. Which reminds me, I went walking this morning at Walmart and making laps. Of course, I walked for about 50 minutes, and I walked by the pharmacy several times, and I noticed, my God, they must have 500 little packages, with drugs in them, medications for people to come pick up. And I also noticed that people were picking them up. So, man, you don't want to get on that train. I don't take any medication at all, not even aspirin. I take beer, and I take it regularly every day. At about beer 30, which is in my life is about 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, and I'll have 3 or 4, and if it's really a nice day and the beer's nice and cold and I'm feeling good, I might have 5. But 3 or 4 is usually it for me now. Years ago, that was just starting, okay? But those days are behind me, thank goodness, and I lived through them, and I still got my health. How I did that, I don't know. Well, actually, even when I was drinking heavily back when, I exercised every day. I went to the YMCA every day, played racquetball for an hour, a full hour, and that's a hell of a workout for you people that know what racquetball is. And yeah, I'd work up a hell of a sweat, and then I'd go to the steam room for a while, and then I would shower off, put on my suit and tie, and go back to work, because I had a job that allowed me to do that, and I took advantage of it. And yeah, damn right. But I started exercising on a really regular basis at the ripe old age of about 28, and I quit smoking. I smoked. I didn't smoke, Ed, and I never did smoke heavily, but I did start smoking at the age of 13. I might smoke 2 or 3 cigarettes a day, and then all the way up through about age 27, 26, and then I quit cold turkey. Why? I just didn't like the smell of it. I didn't like the way it made my clothes smell. I didn't. And there was no reason to quit. Everybody around me smoked. You'd go in bars and you couldn't even see across the room, or you'd go into stores, people, smoking. And I'm glad we stopped all that, because it's not healthy. But anyway, and then I started exercising on a regular basis, and I've done it ever since. If I started off jogging, and I didn't look forward to doing that, and but the way I got started jogging, and I'll be brief, I'll make a short story real long, but the way I got started jogging was I read a book called Aerobics. It was by Dr. something, but it's called Aerobics, and that's what got me started. And he had a little pattern to how you could work your way up into jogging a mile or 2 or 3 every day. And what it was, you would walk for a mile or 2 every day, but then you'd walk faster and faster. You'd start off walking at about maybe a 22-minute mile, just leisurely walking, and go to 20, and then 18, 16, whatever. And so I did, and then I did graduate to jogging, and but I didn't look forward to it. I looked forward to the walking. And after jogging for a couple of years and beating my knees and joints to death, it occurred to me that, hey, guy, let's just go walking. And I did, and I would go walking for an hour every morning. I did. And then I would go to work, and at lunch I would take an hour and go play racquetball, and I did that. And has it paid off? Has all that paid off, the exercise and so forth? I think so. I do. I think it has enabled me to live healthily up to age 72, and who knows, I may make 72 and a half, or 3, 4, or 5, who knows. But it's all, anyway, there's just a few simple things you need to do to maintain your health, that's all. You just got to do them. If you don't do them, it ain't going to happen. So anyway, thumbs up, guys. Enjoy your day. Adios. Bye-bye. The artist. Oh, he posted a link for this guy too. PJ Bickerful did. He posted a link for the guy that did this. So if you get anybody's looking, there's a link on. I think it was on the comment video. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, thumbs up, guys. Adios. Bye bye.